Two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. And with that, we're off to Big D in AT&T Stadium, where we'll say hello to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big need.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Elliott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Here we go! A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And on the tackle, Jonathan Babineau. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, #1 offense, #1 scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015. So you can recover from it.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Well, now they'll try the end around. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now Ryan on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. But now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves, and Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
They come out here in the eye. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
2nd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. 3rd down here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Come on, let's go.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now Ryan on second down. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Ready! Back 25! On! Let's go!
This time Ryan will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
Hey, let's go!
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And that brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Left! 58!
Time running out here on the play clock. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That one good for 12 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Gun! Ready! Back 25! Hey, 59, ready! 21!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On second down, Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye. Sanu, the man in motion left. This is Coleman. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Brand 38!
A second down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go!
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Flex round! Flex round!
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They will run again with Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. 3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up a 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back now in Arlington, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run the option left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go. White, 9
second down, Prescott again. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Ohio! Check. Here we go. Grand 38.
On third down, it's Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. 190. Ohio!
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go. 190.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this is incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go. 190. Ohio.
Prescott from the gun on third. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Fresh set of downs here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. We've got a 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Wide. Get wide.
On third down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice pickup there of 11 yards. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we